Man, why did I have a baby with this? Hi guys, it's K Diamond, and today we are going to talk about how to co-parent with a narcissist. And before we even dive deep into this, I just want to start off with this because I think there's a common misconception. A toxic person and a narcissist, two different things. I'm not going to dive too deep in that in this video, but ultimately we're talking about 4 tips on how to co-parent with a narcissist. So my first tip is to forgive yourself. You have to. You cannot move forward in life and like you want to if you do not stop and forgive yourself for any mistakes that you may have made. And yes, that includes having a whole baby with somebody. You have to forgive yourself. We all make mistakes, and mistakes are only permanent when you don't learn from them. So take the opportunity, look at all the red flags that you may have seen and you ignored. Friends and family may have tried to help you see the light and you chose to walk down that tunnel of darkness. Just accept the fact and realize, like, look, I had no business procreating with this person, but I did it. We have a baby. I love my child, and I want my child to be a better person in this world than both me and their other parent. That's something that you have to understand. Like, it's not your place to make your child hate their other parent. Your child will have their own mind. They will view things with their own eyes, and they will make their own decisions ultimately. And you have to be the parent to allow them that process. Second thing I'm gonna say is take care of your safety. So just make sure that you are considering your safety and the safety of your child or your children when you are in a situation with a narcissist, situationship with a narcissist. One of the ways that you can make sure that you put safety first is through a restraining order. Get a restraining order. If this person has been physically abusive or stalking you, you can get a restraining order. The next thing you can do is, if you have a joint custody situation, a visitation situation, do your exchanges at a police department. Have it set up where the parent can pick them up straight from school or straight from daycare. Avoid direct contact between you and that parent without a third party present. There are cameras and there's lighting typically in those areas. So look for the police departments around your local area and see if they have a safety zone. Looking to get in address confidentiality. You really want to work on some kind of way to get on the same page as your co-parent on what is best for your child. I hate to say it because it sounds like a very impossible thing to do. I know, because if you're here watching this video, it feels impossible to co-parent with a narcissist. And honey, it's close to impossible. It is, but you can do it. No judge is gonna be able to make the right arrangement for you. Like, the two of you have to come to some kind of understanding on what the best arrangement is. And I'm not telling you to rush into that, but just keep it in mind. Like, the goal is not necessarily to cut this parent completely off because you still have to co-parent. So you just need to learn how to maneuver and try and find ways to come to some type of agreement on what's best for your child. So yeah, I digress because I just kind of went all left. The whole point is get address confidentiality. If you need address confidentiality, that's like if you fear for the safety of yourself or your child, get that and get that documented in your records. And as long as the parent knows what school your child is in, y'all have a child drop-off location, exchange location, which can be at the police department. You can get them directly from daycare, from school, from after-school care, whatever your arrangement is. As long as you have that arrangement and you're not keeping your child away from that parent illegally. Of course, if you have other things in play and the parent cannot see them for safety, physical safety concerns for your child, that's a whole nother conversation. But that's not what we're talking about. Number 3 is document everything. Number 3, let me say that again, document everything. The thing about narcissists is they tend to be suave. They know how to maneuver their way in the crowd and with a person. And they tend to be liars. They lie well, they lie fluently, they lie without effort. So you need to make sure you have your own back and document everything. One way that you can do that is a parenting app. There's a couple that come to mind. That's Talking Parents and Our Family Wizard. I personally use Our Family Wizard. I love love Our Family Wizard because it allows me to have minimal conversation with my co-parent. Minimal. I don't need the stress. I don't need the anxiety. No, none of that. They have a calendar. I can plug in the calendar when there's special events going on, and the calendar will notify him of what is going on. If I have a bill, if I paid something that we're supposed to split, I can upload the receipt in there and show the split, and he can pay me, reimburse me his half. If he doesn't, that's also in there. The good thing is it will show. It will show when he viewed it. That's why the parenting app is lovely. It's not like text messages where you can go in court and be like, oh, well, that wasn't me on the other end of the line. I don't know who had my phone. It's a little bit harder for them to have that excuse because on the parenting app, you have to log in. So if somebody else is speaking on your behalf, they had to log in. They had to know your username and password to get into your account. So it will show when you sent it, what time, what day you sent it, and what time and what day they read it. So yes, if they read your messages and they choose to ignore you, now you have documentation. These are things you need when you go to court. They will see if you are a parent that's actively trying to do your part and if the other parent is actively trying to sabotage. And that's really important when you're trying to figure out where the child should be for their best interest. Yeah, so with these apps, they're not free. If there is a free app, it probably doesn't do as much as the apps that you pay for. Now, Our Family Wizard, and don't quote me, I want to say it's around $120 a year. But for me, it is well worth the investment. $120 a year for my peace and my sanity. Like I'll cut out a hair appointment, a couple nail appointments. It don't matter because like my sanity is so important. The other thing about it is when you are doing message exchanges with your co-parent, it's like a little red bar that comes up as you're texting a message. It lets you know if the language that you have is hostile and basically gives you an opportunity to digress, figure out what you're saying, and maybe find another or better way to approach it. And the last thing I'm gonna say, which kind of caveats off of the last one, is take back control. A narcissist is driven by power. How can they have power over you? How can they control you? Don't allow them to see you shake. You have to realize that you can only control yourself and your actions, but you can't control what they do with your child when your child is away. If you have a safety concern, of course, you escalate that. You should know their address. And if you know their address, you can have welfare checks on your child just to make sure they're safe. If you know something is fishy, something's not right, have a welfare check. Like make sure all these things are documented if you fear for their safety. If you don't fear for your child's safety and it's just a very dysfunctional environment for you to maneuver in with their co-parent, don't allow them to see you shake. When they see that, they're gonna keep going for that. And once you stop that avenue of control, they're going to find another one. If you're co-parenting with a narcissist, go ahead and build up your strength and your endurance right now. And just know that they will go above and beyond to try to control you until they're tired. And you don't know when they're tired of it. So all you can do is constantly be prepared. One of the best ways you can be prepared, right here. Stay right here. They're on a roller coaster. They have the highest of highs and they have the lowest of lows. This is narcissistic behavior. You stay even keel. When they're high and they're lovely and they're trying to be your best friend, let them move how they move. Don't buy into that. When they go down here, don't let them drag you down. When I tell y'all that that's the best advice my mentor ever gave me, you have the power over yourself. And that means you can be the best parent that you can be for your child. Prepare them. If you know that they are in a toxic environment, don't talk crap about their parent. Don't do it because all you're gonna do is build resentment against you. Your children grow up. They're only a child for 18 years. They develop a mind of their own, ideals of their own, and they will see things for what they are eventually. And just prepare your child because in the real world, there's narcissists. There might be a narcissistic boss. They might get in a narcissistic relationship. You don't know. So what you can do is prepare your child for the narcissist in the world. Just to kind of bring it back and wrap this up. When you're co-parenting with the narcissist, the first thing you want to do is forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistake of having a child with them. I don't even know how to put that any better way. The second thing you want to do is prioritize your safety. The third thing you want to do is document everything. One of the best ways to do that is through a parenting app. And then the last thing you want to do is take back the control. You take care of yourself And by taking care of yourself, you take care of your kids. If y'all really like this video, like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if there's something that you want me to talk about a little bit more, or if you have any questions, you have something that's a little more specific to you. So yeah, like and subscribe for more videos. Bye.